Woo! What's up, y'all? This your boy Charles Gregory with the beautiful
Lawrence Sizzle.
And we got the beautiful
Classy Lady Sparkle, y'all.
And we definitely got Classy Lady Sparkle and Lady S. Dot in the building, man. So what's really good with y'all? What's going down in the paint, man? What's good?
Tuesday.
I mean, as far as my day, everybody know what day it is. It's Tuesday, so we're gonna leave it at that. Say less. Say less.
Sizzle terrible Tuesdays.
Yes.
No doubt. What about you? Lady S. Dot.
Lady S. That is good.
She good?
I'm good. I'm a little tired from the weekend. I work
Hey.
overtime, but it's cool.
No
I'm
doubt.
always about that grind.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
I'm happy though. She happy though.
Yes.
She happy.
She's sleepy, but she happy.
So what's good? What's good with what's up with you, Spark?
Well, y'all know I got a little squad. So my youngest daughter drove to school for the first time today.
Yeah.
Yes, by herself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when she drove to school, I was like, oh my gosh. So she sent me a picture that she got there safely. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So that's my Tuesday's going good.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. How were you at work though? Like, were you having like a heart attack?
Because I went there 3 times before her, although she's the baby, I was better than I was
With the first one,
And
right?
Yeah, and she was driving by herself for 3 weeks straight with me in the car. So
Oh,
she was
okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Mm.
Good.
Alright.
Good.
So what you got for me? What you got for me, man? What you got for me? Excuse me, Classy Lady Sparkle.
I'm sorry.
Wait, CG, before we get started, we have a special announcement.
All right, let's do that. Let's
get this special
I was about
announcement
to
out the
fuss
way.
at Spark. I was like,
Yeah.
you dropping the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Got me.
All right, no doubt. All right, so I'm gonna fall back.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna fall back because we got a little special announcement. You want to get an announcement?
Um.
Hey, you get it now. Go ahead, Sizzle.
Okay. Okay.
Sizzle.
So special announcement. Everybody, get to your phones, your whatever you listening to. Get to the radio. Turn your radio up. Let's bring that music down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What's that?
We Talk Weeklies After the Talk is now featured on iHeartRadio. Yes.
Get it.
Yes.
Get it.
So you guys better make sure you go to iHeartRadio right now. Look for We Talk Weeklies After the Talk.
That's right.
And follow us.
Facts.
Follow us.
Facts.
Yes, you could catch up, binge listen to some shows.
We there.
Binge listen to some shows. If you
Can we say early on that part?
Earl, and my Freeway voice. Shout out to Freeway.
Hey.
Yes. He got an album coming out this month.
Freeway been fighting. Shout out
Shout out to Frizzy Freeway. Yes. Prayers always up. They've been up. Yes. But you can go on there and you can binge watch. You know, on a Saturday, you want to catch up with some episodes that you missed.
We talk weekly.
You know, binge watch, binge listen, and you can binge watch
all day.
us on YouTube.
Yeah.
We Talk Weekly. Yes.
In that regard,
Lady S. Dot.
you cannot
Lady S. Dot.
possibly say
Lady S. Dot.
that today is a terrible Tuesday. Sizzle, come on.
Lady S. Dot.
See, we been kind of holding the information.
Winning.
I know.
Winning.
We talk weekly.
Yes. We winning. Yes. You can't miss us though. You can go to Instagram, We Talk Weekly, Twitter, We Talk Weekly, Facebook, We Talk Weekly, iHeartRadio, We Talk Weeklies After the Talk.
Oh, dang.
And YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes. You can't miss us. And Spreaker, you know, for those of you who got Spreaker, we're on every platform.
Everything.
We about to invade iTunes soon,
Yes.
so
Yes.
yes.
This is where we at, man. Speaking into existence.
Yes, it goes down in the paint though. Like
Go down in the paint.
yes, we grinding.
That's right.
We grinding, Jack. Y'all never mind me.
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
All right, Spark, come on, holla at me,
Now
man.
I'm on my square. All right,
There you go. There you go.
Did the good news get you ready for the good news?
Spit bars.
All right, I'm going to follow the Sizzle announcement with some more good news. Let me ask y'all, what kind of parent are you? Old school or new school?
Old school.
Okay. Well, I might be a little bit of both.
I'm both. Yeah, I was getting ready to say that.
Yeah, I'm in the middle.
Kind of both.
Right. Well, according to Catherine Lewis, author of a new book called The Good News About Bad Behavior, Lewis says that the command and control of because I said so or I'm in charge, it doesn't work anymore. Not if you want a resilient kid. Lewis wrote in her book in response to what she sees as a crisis of self-regulation among kids today. This, she explains, is the reason why nearly half of today's children will develop a mood disorder, behavioral disorder, or substance abuse disorder by the age of 18. So that, because I said so, or, Father knows best, those ways they're saying they don't work anymore. Children are growing up in a culture of democracy and equality, and they can feel that, she explained. Resilience is not a birthright, it's taught. Lions encourage parents to equip their kids with the skills to handle the unexpected, which actually contrasts our cultural approach. Don't accommodate their every need, avoid eliminating all risk, teach them to problem solve, and ask why. Ask how, not why. So basically, the critical thinking part of it. And I get it. Parenting takes a lot of practice, and we do all screw up. But when you do screw up as a parent, admit that. The kids can tell if you're trying to shadow that with something else over lies. And I see Charles about to get on his soapbox. So let me finish this. Resiliency helps kids navigate the inevitable trials, triumphs, and tribulations of childhood adolescence. Say that 3 times fast. Resilient kids also become resilient adults, able to survive and thrive in the face of life's unavoidable stresses. So
sum that up.
That's it.
Sum it up.
Sum it up meaning teach your children to be resilient by not giving them everything to have them fall. Basically, don't always come to their rescue. Let them embrace and feel the mistakes that they've made so that they can be resilient children to grow up into resilient adults.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. That sound about right?
That sounds about right. Okay. I get that.
Yeah. I had to learn that the hard way.
I'm okay with that. The problem I have with this new parenting is people have a tendency to let these children just do them and say, hey, guess what? It's okay. No, it's not okay.
But what?
It's you need rules and boundaries.
I agree.
Boundaries and limitations.
Because then there's rules in the life that will say you're going to a place where you may not have that freedom anymore.
Absolutely.
Because you think you can do what you want.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you have kids growing up thinking that what they do is okay because that's the way they're taught. Oh, it's okay. You'll be all right. You're a winner.
Right.
You're a winner. No, we lose.
Right. And
sometimes we lose and have to learn how to win because we lost.
True. All of it has balance.
Absolutely.
Right.
So the new way of thinking that I'm having a problem with is that they tend to villainize parents who has an old way of thinking. And if you look at the children that came from that old way of thinking, all of them will tell you. I think I grew up pretty well because my mom said if I touch that candy bar without paying it, I'm going to get a shoe across the head. Now, I'm not saying that you need to smack them in the head.
You were way older. Did you just say
excuse me? I'm not trying to say that you're supposed to smack a kid in the head with the shoe because I'm not condoning violence. But what I am telling you is that, you knew that if you did something wrong, there was going to be a consequence that was more than just smacking the back of your head.
Psychology shows that, though. If a kid is going to put a fork into an outlet and get electrocuted and die, the smack is the lesser outcome of what the consequence would be.
Absolutely.
So that definitely works.
Facts.
All right, yeah.
So what do you say about the people or, because there's people out there that say that, I don't want to, get all into race or whatever, but it's people out there that say that, Black people or African Americans, minorities or whatever, what have you, they physically discipline their kids and they're raising them up to be violent. It's making them more violent.
That's a narrative that we have to stop saying that because they said it, That's true. Because I will contend that if you look at all these mass shootings of people giving them free choices and thinking freely, none of those look like you.
Did we just get
That's facts. And so I will tend to say that, people have challenges growing up, and you can't say the reason why certain kids do certain things is because of this. You have to say this is a cross-pollination of rules and boundaries that we have to give children. No one has the absolute understanding of how to do it. You have to go through these bumps and bruises to find out what's the right way. Everybody are individuals. These kids are individuals. So the way that you might raise your child might be a whole lot different from the way that I've raised my child. But my child will learn just like your child will learn from you. It's the community. It's the environment. It's a lot of factors that play into how children are raised. So you can't just say, well, the way people of color raise their kids are wrong and they had a propensity being violent. That's false. That's a narrative that certain people put together because they had their own agenda, right? And if you look, I'm not going to get into my soapbox, but this is something that I study.
You're not going to get.
I was about to go all the way in. But this is something that I study. I work with kids. I understand it. And I also understand that people have like an agenda that they're trying to say and to get sponsorship and grants and funding to say that this is the way to do it. Just like I say, because Sparkle has to do her good.
She's still gotta get to the bed.
We gotta segue
Yes.
to that. In this one, I wondered what kind of children these were. These were doctors. So the bad news is, with a scalpel in her hand, Dr. Wendell Boutte, no pun intended, her last name,
Boutte
cuts into a patient's abdomen. But get this, in sync with the beat of O.T. Genesis' song, Cut It, while she sang along. Right, this is a physician now. It doesn't stop there. In another video posted to the doctor's public YouTube channel, the Atlanta Area Board Certified Cosmetic Surgeon dances with surgical instruments in hand, but without her gloves or mask on. And she leans over top of the patient's bare buttocks as she raps her own lyrics to the Migos. Bad and bougie. She sings this, and I quote, "My patients are bad and bougie, building up fat in the booty. My patients are snatched with big
I can't. You know what?
Quote. So all of these videos related deleted from Boutte public channel due to the amounts of lawsuits filed against the doctor. So even more recently, a California doctor, Dr. Beth Kestra, is under investigation after a video shows her laughing and taunting a patient.
What?
Samuel Bardwell, a 20-year-old sophomore at West Valley College, was brought into El Camino Hospital in California after he collapsed on the floor during a basketball game. Bardwell suffers from severe anxiety, which left him debilitated from head to toe and unconscious. As Bardwell's father was recording, Dr. Kestra accused Bardwell of just coming to the hospital in hopes of getting narcotics.
Wow.
Yes.
Please don't tell me that the player was black.
Yes.
And the nurse or
the doctor
was
is Caucasian. She's white. Yes. On tape, it shows the doctor cursing and mocking him.
Man, why?
Dr. Kestra has been suspended while this is under investigation. Now, I know that some doctors have big personalities and, they do their thing. But remember, doctors, you still have a medical code of ethics.
Yes.
And if you want to get something on tape like Dr. Boutte, then she needs to get a waiver like Dr. Miami. I mean, if it's about that. But the other doctor, they're saying that, I don't know why she treated this man like that, but when he was being interviewed, he basically said that he felt like it was racial profiling.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the bad news. Sorry.
I think, you know what? I think they're two completely different things, but I will say.
They are.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are. But it's still considered doctors performing badly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
but I do know people, all right, so people have a tendency to listen to music as they do their craft.
Definitely, but not ungloved nor unmasked.
See, that's a little much.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Now
that's different.
So now people are doing lawsuits because now they're having problems now from the cosmetic surgery based on the performance she did while they were under anesthesia. So it's almost like you take a code of ethics to do right by the patient regardless. Like, yeah, some listen to classical, some listen to jazz, hip hop, whatever, but you're not going to do it without, making, like they were doing dances,
with no gloves, no nothing.
No, you're in a surgical environment and you're supposed to, garb up, down up, and clean up. So,
unbelievable.
Yeah. So, that's your good news.
Unbelievable.
There you go. That's your good news. Ladies and gentlemen. Before I end this, I do want to say, ladies and gentlemen, we got to stop rewarding kids for not doing anything. You got to encourage them to work hard. Let them fall down, get a scrape when they need to know, you know what, if I run this way, I will fall. So I may not want to run that way. I want to run the other way. Stop giving them rewards for not doing the good, the things that they need to do, the great things that they had the potential to do. These children are amazing. The children today are amazing. They're gifted, and they have something in store for us. The future is bright. And so you have to understand the future is bright. Let them fall so they can utilize their magnificence, their quality, and their magic. And I'm going to end right there.
That's right.
That's good.
That was perfect.
Okay, there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we talk about with the beautiful
Lauren Sizzle.
And the beautiful
Classy Lady Sparkle.
We got Lady S. What we got coming up next?
Oh, we got some music just for you, Charles.
Oh gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Yes, indeed. It's coming up with Lil Baby featuring Drizzy.
Life is amazing. It is what it is.
Woo! What's up, y'all? This your boy Charles Gregory with the beautiful. This is your boy Charles Gregory with the beautiful.
Lauren Sizzle.
Guys, you just looking at me like, brr.
There wasn't no sound coming out.
But we're recording. We good. And we got the beautiful. No doubt. We got Lady S down in the building. What's up, Lady S down? What's good?
Trying to hold y'all down. Y'all acting crazy
I
up
know,
here
right?
today.
This one no days, man.
Yes.
Man, we excited. We excited about that news Sizzle gave you.
Yes.
I think we got a lot in store, man. I think we're gonna have a busy year. Next year's gonna be
exactly. Yes. If you're just tuning in right now, the special announcement was that We Talk Weekly's After the Talk is now on iHeartRadio. So go to iHeartRadio now, look for We Talk Weekly's After the Talk, and follow. Binge listen. Yeah. You want to binge watch? Go to YouTube. Look for We Talk Weekly. Subscribe and binge watch.
Binge watch. Binge watch and binge listen.
Clear your schedule.
No doubt.
Clear your schedule. Cancel your appointments. It's your girl Lauren Sizzle, and I got the sizzle.
She got the sizzle. Holla.
Yes. So on a sad note, rest in peace to XXXTentacion, who was shot and killed yesterday during a robbery. So that's really, really sad. It's kind of bothering me a little bit. But he was reportedly leaving a motorsports store around 4 p.m. in the Deerfield Beach, Florida area, according to CNN. So the 20-year-old rapper was in his car when two men in a dark-colored SUV shot him during an apparent robbery. So police are looking for the suspects. So it's very, very sad. So sad. XXX rose to fame back in 2016 when his song "Look at Me" went viral on social media and SoundCloud. He released an album in March 2018 titled Question Mark. It's just question mark. Yeah. And that premiered at number 1 on Billboard. And one of the singles on the album, Sad, peaked at number 7 on Billboard Hot 100. So many celebrities, they have taken to social media, Twitter, and they're tweeting their condolences and their remorses, expressing their remorse, including Kanye West, Big Sean, Tyga, and many others. So, it's sad. Prayers up for his family.
Yeah, prayers up for his family.
Yeah, he was, he was awaiting trial on domestic violence charges where he was reportedly accused of punching his pregnant girlfriend in the face, and he was on house arrest, but the house arrest was vacated back in March. So after that, he was off of house arrest. What was extremely disturbing to me was that people were taking video on their phone of him when he was sitting in the car unresponsive. So I'm like, you know, some man had the decency to take his pulse to see, you know, see if he had a pulse. But that was sad. And of course, TMZ snatched the video. Whoever was, you know, taking video of him in the car, TMZ snatched it and posted it. Of course. Yeah, so that's sad because he was like, he was just in his prime, and he was doing like, he was on the brink of doing some major things. So that's sad. It's
sad, and I would be remiss, however, to talk about supporting some of the sisters though who actually feel like he shouldn't have been celebrated because he was pretty much labeled as a woman beater. And not only that, you know, he was quoted as kind of saying, I don't like, you know, dark-skinned women or something like that. I mean, he was real reckless with, you know, some of the stuff he was saying about women. Right? And so I'll be remiss if I don't at least mention that as us being journalists. Yeah. Right? But it's always sad when somebody, I mean, this is his moment. And rest in peace. Yeah. And prayers to his family and all.
Well, TMZ also reported that the girl that he was accused of punching in the face was basically saying that she's broken by, you know, and I think I would be too. Yeah. Even, you know, regardless of the circumstances, I would still kind of be broken or hurt or whatever because, you know, she's pregnant with a child. So now there's a child that has to grow up without a father. You know what I mean?
Not to mention he was 20. Like,
he was
all of those bad decisions.
He's a baby.
Yeah, like he could see his decisions. We don't know if he would have been like, you know what, I really messed up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and apologize.
turn his life around, and now you'll never know.
Right.
So, and did he get robbed or something? Like
they said,
they took
one of his bags.
Yeah, like a Gucci bag. I mean, Louis Vuitton. Yeah.
Somebody.
And also be mindful of who knows what your whereabouts are.
Right, exactly. Like that's what it sounds like to me.
Money, you're about to make a big purchase, and now. It's
right.
Like, you know what I mean? So
that's what I was thinking too. Like that sounded like a setup. Like somebody was following him. Yeah.
Right. That's why I don't be hype about posting everywhere I'm at on social media. Yeah,
exactly.
People do that so much. Everywhere they go, they gotta take flicks. I'm here.
Like,
or they have
their
where you at.
Or they have their location on.
Yeah,
like,
stop doing that.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
Everybody knows how private I am. I ain't posting nothing about my family on there.
Right.
Social media is exactly what it says. Social media.
Right.
So all people need to know is my social business.
Right.
And people, please stop telling people when you on vacation. When you on vacation,
I know.
Post all your pictures when you get home.
Somebody,
hey, look where I was last week.
Right.
Don't be.
Yeah. Because there's people that's like, oh, she on vacation. Let me go up to that crib.
Right. Y'all over.
Yes.
So ain't nobody at your house.
That's the number one thing that they need to know.
Exactly.
Everybody does it all the time.
That's crazy. Yeah. Because we live in a society where somebody can Google you and Google, you know, like where you live and. It's just crazy now. You have to be careful. You really have to be careful. You have to protect yourself, your information. So, moving right along to powerhouse couple Beyonce and Jay-Z. Yes, they released a surprise joint album. You know, originally it was on Tidal, but now it's on, you know, I copped it today off of Apple Music. So I listened to the whole album. It's fire. It's fire.
I thought they only released it on what's Jay-Z?
Tidal. Yeah, it was just on Tidal because they had a video and the video was on there too. Yeah.
So they probably put it on Tidal first because it just came out Saturday.
Exactly.
So it ain't even been a week. They did that whole thing where only our stuff gonna be on Tidal. But come on, they want that money. They want that money. Exactly. Nobody playing games with that.
Right. Yes, they gave Tidal the privilege of getting it first. Yeah, so you know, they had it first, but whatever. So of course, you know the album is fire. I like it. Beyonce's on there singing and rapping, and then you can hear her quoting like, you know, Snoop Dogg's lyrics. Yeah, I got the whole album. Yeah.
I got to push your T too. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a couple albums that like is like you gotta get it. You gotta get it.
Nas came out.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some new music out.
I ain't gonna buy it. I'm just gonna listen to it on the way home.
Listen to it.
That's funny.
You know you gotta listen to it first.
You can listen to it.
Then like, all right, I'll get it. I get it. So, of course, Jay-Z, he can do no wrong in our book.
Yo, Sizzle, I'm gonna let you finish. But Lady S. Dot is the biggest hater of all time.
He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait.
He's
such an Apple hater. Like,
he's such an Apple
hater. Yes.
He's the hater of all time.
Yes. And when
because Jay messing with Apple. You don't want him to mess with Apple?
I
know how much of a big Jay-Z fan you are.
Oh,
yes.
You upset. It's all good. I bet you's on Google Music too.
What do you think I got my name on?
Google Music.
Yeah.
Google Music.
Yes. So, what I thought was so cute, I got to get into the love and relationship side of it.
Hey.
But what I thought was so cute was that they were both like quoting each other's like lyrics from past songs and albums. That was so cute. That was so cute because Jay-Z was like rapping little stuff that B sang about and. It was cute, and then they had Blue Ivy on there. Saying her little. Exactly. Right. You gotta train up. You gotta train up a child. It's an empire. You building an empire. So you gotta work. Mm-hmm. So finally, I just wanted to give a shout out to Chadwick Boseman. He won an MTV 2018 MTV Movie and TV Award for Best Hero for the movie Black Panther, of course. So what was even... shout out to him. Shout out to the whole Black Panther family. Mm-hmm. But what was even more honorable was not only that, he thanked his fans and everything, but he acknowledged the real life everyday superheroes who saved lives, namely James Shaw Jr. So he was there. They had him there.
House. The guy who saved the people at the Waffle House?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. So for those of you who quickly forgotten, real life superhero James Shaw Jr., he is the African-American young man who saved lives by wrestling an A4-15 from a gunman at a Waffle House in Antioch, Tennessee.
And took no credit.
Yes, exactly, because he was like, I'm not a hero, which was really cool. Yeah. But he was in the audience, and Chadwick surprised him and told him to stand up and called him to the stage, and he gave his award to him. Wow. And he was like, you're the hero. He was like, this is going to stay at your house. So that was very admirable. Yeah, yes.
I'm sure they'll do like either a documentary or a movie about that.
Yeah, that would be so dope.
That's been happening.
Because that was one of the good news, bad news. I think the guy was naked, right?
I think so. Yeah,
he was naked with a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And
crazy.
Yeah,
that was crazy. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Also, Sizzle, about getting back to Jay and Beyonce, was Jay just like he's like now somebody with Puma? Like, didn't they just?
Yeah, they made him the director, I think.
The president.
The president.
Oh,
basketball.
Yes.
So what kind of responsibilities is that? Like
just probably creative design. He'd probably come up with a couple people to represent, like couple basketball players to represent the shoe. So they kind of create something along the lines of who this person is, this basketball player is, because they did say also that Puma selected a couple different, I think it was like players or athletes to kind of represent that. So it was just creative. He'll probably design a couple sneaks. If you look at a lot of his performances, he also has also been wearing Puma a lot. He has been wearing Puma a lot. He came out with his own sneak before.
Yeah.
S-Dot. I actually have them. I got them in the crib.
What's the name of them?
They called S-Dot.
Yep.
And so yeah, man, I think shout out to him.
That's dope. He got long money. That's a long money. Yes, but Black Panther, they came out the winner at the MTV Awards. They were nominated for 7 and they took home 4.
Okay.
The best movie. And then they took home best performance in a movie. Chadwick Boseman took that. And Chadwick Boseman also took best hero. And then best
You
villain.
should have took that.
Right. And then best villain went to Michael B. Jordan.
As it should.
Yeah.
Yes. So
You know what? I heard.
What awards was this?
The
the MTV Movie NTV Awards.
Oh, and who hosted that? Didn't
Queen Latifah.
Oh, that was no
She
shade.
ready.
She ready. Yes.
She did it before they showed a clip of her
Yes.
performing.
Yeah, she did a good job. Yeah. And her, she was real good.
Yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl. Yep. So that was the Sizzle.
That was the Sizzle, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Charles Gregory with the beautiful.
Yes, sir. Lauren Sizzle.
And the beautiful.
Classy Lady Sparkle.
Lady, let's start. What we got?
We're going to hit y'all with one of these new tracks off the Carter's album, 8-ish. Y'all ready for this?
Holla.
Hey, early.
Where you at? He right there. Hey!
I can't.
It's your boy Charles Gregory with the beautiful.
Lauren Sizzle.
And the beautiful.
Classy Lady Sparkle.
She in the building.
Yes.
Lady, you took me back with that.
Yes.
Well, I was in here acting a fool.
Yes, he was.
Oh my
Y'all could've seen it.
goodness.
I don't
Yes.
care.
I can post it.
I don't care.
Yes, if y'all want to see what he was in here doing, go to our Instagram
That's the
inboxes,
OG.
whatever you got to do, we'll post it.
Y'all need to know we J lovers up in here.
All
This
dang,
this
man.
is J Nation,
Hey,
We had
Nation,
to
all
take it
day.
back.
not Rock Nation. It's J Nation up in here. Yes,
And that was Lady Esther's favorite track off the In My Lifetime Volume 1 album. That's my favorite.
that's my favorite one
Man,
too.
look.
Yeah, that is my
Come on,
favorite.
this look
That's
at
my-
He out of breath, y'all. He was in here killing it.
Oh man,
That's right.
I ain't never seen nobody Millie Rock to imaginary player before.
exactly right. Stupid. Oh my goodness, I can't.
We're having a good time in here, ladies and gentlemen. That's because, man, this is all family here. This is a family fair. And we got some good news, ladies and gentlemen. We are now on iHeartRadio. Spit it to them one more again, sisters.
yes.
One more again.
Yes, We Talk Weeklies After the Talk is on iHeartRadio. Go to iHeartRadio right now. Stop what you're doing. Go to iHeartRadio right now. Look for We Talk Weeklies After the Talk and follow. Binge listen. I keep wanting to say binge
We
watch.
talk
Yes.
weekly after the talk.
Yes. You heard me? Go in there right now.
Early. Come on, see.
Yes. Make sure you following us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We Talk Weekly. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We Talk Weekly. You can't miss us. We on Spreaker. We on iHeart. We getting ready to invade iTunes.
My man, One Punch, he say, we everywhere when you never there. That's the homie, man. No doubt.
Yes.
All right, man. We got a few more minutes. Man.
Oh, no, we revving up for your favorite segment.
His favorite segment, love and relationships.
No, it's not.
Yes.
And cackling begin.
So, this young lady, she needs some advice. So she's been with her boyfriend for a year and a half, and it's kind of been like a long distance relationship. So basically, they only see each other on every other weekend. They plan to move in together, next summer. So the relationship, she's saying that the relationship kind of changed over the past 4 months. So the intimacy dropped drastically. They only see each other on weekends. So when Friday comes around, she's like ready to, jump his bones or whatever. Yes, basically. But he's always tired. On Saturdays, they spend time together. But by the evening, here he goes with he's tired. Or he's full from dinner. Or has a headache or something that he comes up with.
He got a headache?
He has a headache, yeah. So
you have headaches from time to time.
hey, yo, bye.
Talk about it.
It happens.
Talk about it.
Yeah, so she's saying now at this point they're only intimate like once a month now. So she's trying to, she used to be able to, she wasn't able to keep her hands off of him. So now she feels like she's getting on his nerves, like when she's trying to, I guess, be affectionate or intimate with him. So she was like,
did he say why?
No, he's just coming up with these excuses like he's tired, he has a headache, or he's full from dinner. And then she's saying,
intimacy shame him.
and then she said, this is the kicker though. This is like the ultimate, like, it's a wrap. I mean, for me, I don't know for her, but she's like, when they are intimate, he doesn't climax. So he'll stop and then, finish independently. So she's mad. Like, he'll even put on like a video for him to watch so he can finish.
What?
Wow.
So what should she do?
Come on, see what's that about?
That's when
y'all do that, what that mean?
She made
No. Keep it all the way funky because I feel like you're trying to like clean it up.
She may just need to take some. It could be that it's something like he. How long have they been together?
They've been together for a year and a half.
A year and a half. All right, and so
but it's long distance.
It's long distance.
Once every other week.
Right.
So like twice a month.
Okay,
right.
So now we talk about, when it comes to the women, right? About how sometimes, men have to get them ready and, sometimes they got to take their time and sometimes they got to do A, B, and C. Well.
Not all women, though.
Yeah, not all women. And, but sometimes men, they have to be into it too. Sometimes we don't just, the wind blows and we like, yeah, let's go. Sometimes we got to get into it too.
He needs foreplay. He needs a little bit.
So yeah, just a little bit the way that he likes it though.
But he's not saying that. He's saying he got headaches, he's tired.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Some people, or it could be, and I'm gonna tell you, if it's one thing that men are ashamed to talk about is if they have like some incontinent issues. Mm-hmm. Like they got some erectile dysfunction issues or something like that, right? That's their masculinity.
Slipping that little pill.
Yeah, I mean, but maybe that's what's needed.
Well, in this case, she's saying that I guess he stops and then he finish off himself.
I need a phone, computer.
See, that's what I'm saying. Right. So you automatically threw it back on something's wrong with him. It could be something's wrong with
That's what I was going to say. He's bored.
Yeah,
he's bored.
Exactly.
He's bored with
somebody else.
Or he get
not necessarily.
Or that's why I said
it could be something
he's dealing with somebody else, or he bored with you.
Or it could be both.
Maybe. But it can be. Let's not think that he's cheating or something.
But she needs to rule out.
It could be something wrong with her. It could be that sometimes some guys, especially if he's pleasing himself. To me, that sounds like that's something that he does a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's a problem, though.
Right,
that can become because I know people who they've done it so much that they're only stimulated in that way.
Right.
Because you can make it as tight as you want. Right. And so with her,
stimulation.
Yeah, the stimulation. Yeah. So it could be that
she's gone. They only see each other twice a month. So when he doing all those other,
like I said, it might not be nothing wrong with.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do when like a relationship is like you lost your like I guess your interest in somebody like intimately.
Sexually?
Yeah.
You gotta spice it up in the bedroom. We gotta try new things. Whatever them videos he looking at, she needs to see what he's watching, and maybe she needs to do a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Ladies, stop blaming the gentleman.
Yeah, because
sometimes you need to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I personally, even as a female, it's like I break up the monotony. I don't want the same thing all the time.
But
same time of day, the same way, the same
time of day.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got to go, man. So when we gotta go, we got a little information that we gotta give you.
Yeah.
But before I go, I just gotta shout everybody out. This boy Charles Gregory with the beautiful
Lauren Sizzle.
And the beautiful
Lady Sparkle.
And Lady S. Dot is definitely in the building. Lady S. Dot was good.
What up, y'all?
All right, so before we go, I want you to download a little tune in and look for WPPM LP 106.5 FM and tune in every Tuesday at 7 p.m. for We Talk Weeklies After the Talk. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram at We Talk Weekly, at Charles Gregory, at Lauren_Sizzle, at Sparkless Prices One, and at Madam Touch. And guess what? We are now on iHeartRadio. And make sure you follow us on iHeartRadio and binge listen to our shows. Like and follow us on We Talk Talk Weekly Facebook page and subscribe to our We Talk Weekly YouTube channel. Because if you ain't see the video of Sparkle Prices, want to talk about, did you follow yet? What you waiting for? Yeah, you gotta watch that. And subscribe. And if you're feeling catch us every Monday night, 9:30 on Comcast 66, Verizon 5, 29:30, and download the little Thing TV app on Roku and look for who?
We Talk Weekly.
Check this out. Shout out to Afro Philly MBG Network. We Talk Weekly is now syndicated. You can find us in New York City, Atlanta, let me rewind that. New York City, Atlanta, Baltimore, Birmingham, Chicago, Delaware, Houston, Jacksonville, Los Angeles, Miami, Newark, New Jersey, Washington D.C., Philly, and all across the nation. Who do you look for?
We Talk Weekly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a ball, but unfortunately, we have to go. We love y'all. And we see you on the other side, all right? I'd like to say holla and make sure you continue to follow us because we love you.
Yes.
And we see you later. Holla.
Peace.
Tight work, y'all.
Yes.
We don't have a problem filling an hour with no guests.
I need to try to get